Did you know that a wheelchair-using performer won the 2019 Tony Award for Best Featured Actress in a Musical? Welcome to Theater History Thursdays. Today, in celebration of Disability Awareness Month, we're taking a look at the disability theater movement. Throughout much of theater history, disability was an image to be performed rather than a reality to be lived. Blindness, deafness, physical maladies, and chronic illnesses were often written as evidence of moral failings, like Shakespeare's Richard III, or as sources of comic relief. Disabled actors were largely excluded from even these roles. This began to change during the 1970s and 80s as the disability rights movement brought conversations about accessibility and equal rights into the theatrical space, and disabled artists began demanding representation on stage. One of the earliest pioneers was the National Theatre of the Deaf, established in 1967 as the world's first professional deaf theater company, bringing American Sign Language, or ASL, into contemporary performance. Companies like Grey Eye Theater Company, Family Theater Company, and Theater Breaking Through Barriers here in New York City have since expanded the movement through performance and education. These organizations are all built on a simple but revolutionary idea, namely that disabled artists should be creating theater themselves, not just appearing in stories about disability. Along with this movement came a new phrase, disability drag. Like blackface or yellowface, it criticizes the practice of non-disabled actors playing disabled characters. Wicked, for example, cast exclusively non-disabled actors as the wheelchair-using Nessa Rose until 2025, when wheelchair user Jenna Bainbridge took over the role. Disabled performers have also advocated for their right to play characters not explicitly written as disabled. Ali Stroker's Tony Award-winning performance as Ado Annie in the 2019 revival of Oklahoma was groundbreaking in part because the role is not specified as being disabled in the original libretto. Casting disabled performers in these roles creates opportunities to bring their lived experience to stories that do not explicitly center disability. Today, discussions about disability in theater have expanded beyond performance to include disabled writers, directors, and designers, while promoting accommodations that increase inclusion. Disability and accessibility are increasingly recognized as crucial parts of the theater-making process. New Perspectives was created in 1991 as a space for all populations to be seen and all voices to be heard. Our founding ensemble included disabled actors who, like their fellow members, would be cast in non-traditional ways regardless of gender, ethnicity, or physical disability.
I am the writer of Pancreas, and I think my biggest takeaway from first read today was it was just really emotional seeing the representation I've always wanted to be heard out loud, and the feelings that I've been experiencing while writing it manifest. And I think that was just such a beautiful thing to hear and finally feel it in my body.
We've continued that practice through 35 years of productions, workshops, and training programs. Working toward our goal that walking into NPTC is like stepping onto the subway in NYC. Everyone is welcome and supported here. That's it for the disability theater movement. Stay tuned for more theater history with New Perspectives.